You want a hand?
There are some things I can do by myself.
Oh, give me a break.
Don't tempt me.
Just stop making me the bad guy.
Do you want a hand with that?
Oh, no, we're right.
Yes, thank you. That'd be lovely.
Andrew Peterson, the history teacher.
Joanna Parrish, senior constable.
Oh, what's the lesson today? How to rob a bank? Hotwire a car?
Well, I'm one of the good guys, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, well, you definitely are for me. You get me out of a couple of lessons.
Oh, beautiful.
Mr. Peterson.
Gemma, you're running a little bit late. Still, good timing. There you go. Go with that.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, beautiful. See ya.
Hey!
Oh, look out, look out. You all right? Both okay?
You okay?
What happened?
So what do you remember about this morning's incident outside Mount Thomas High School?
Nothing.
Do you know an Andrew Peterson or Gemma Adams? Andrew's a teacher there and Gemma's one of the students.
Sorry.
Well, you must remember something.
I told you I don't.
Well, looked to me that you were deliberately trying to run them over.
Why would I?
You nearly wiped out 3 people, including Senior Constable Parachute.
Someone suddenly stepped out in front of me. That's all I remember. The rest is blank.
Gemma, did you see the car coming?
No.
What about Mr. Peterson? Does he have any enemies that you know?
As if.
No, I'm guessing he's pretty popular then.
He's pretty cool.
Oh, you're lucky he was there.
Tell me about it. He, totally saved my life.
What about you? Anyone have any grudges against you?
You think she was after me?
No, we're just checking out possibilities, that's all.
Look, I've never even heard of this car in person before.
Corinne.
Yeah, sorry, I've no idea who she is.
She claims you stepped out in front of her.
Maybe I did step out without looking. I don't know.
Do you have any enemies that you can think of?
Well, I am a teacher, remember? That was a joke. Look, I like to think of myself as a friend to the students, first and foremost.
Well, how long have you been teaching at Mount Thomas?
7 years. I started off in the city, but I prefer the quiet life these days.
Oh, not too quiet today.
No.
Andy, are you okay?
I'm fine, honestly. This is Kate, my fiancée.
Mr. Peterson,
Thirsty.
can I get a lift back to school?
Gemma, I didn't realise you were still here.
Should you be driving?
Well, I drove here, all right?
I'm missing my maths test.
Well, you should be thanking me for that. Poor kid's had a bit of a fright.
He saved my life.
Oh, yeah, I'm a regular hero. I'll get a cape next, won't I? All right, come on then. Thanks for all your help.
Yeah, see ya.
See you.
So, what do you make of that?
Nothing to make.
Just an accident?
Yeah, caused by lack of concentration, brake failure, texting on her phone, I don't know.
She put her foot down and headed straight at him.
Well, they don't even know her.
Doesn't mean Corinne doesn't know them.
Just the man. I need you to fill in for me next week.
Are you going away?
Only for a couple of days. Grace has finally got some time off. We can finally make that trip down to the surf car.
Well, I got that course starting Monday.
Come on, Ben. We've put this trip off 3 times already.
It was deliberate. I mean, her brakes could have failed. Anything.
Any casualties?
Only truth.
The careers display board will never be quite the same again, but no one injured.
So you think it's an attempted hit-run?
Well, I saw her. She headed straight for him. Made no attempt to brake.
What's her explanation?
It says she blacked out.
I think she's just reluctant to talk.
Must be something in the air. I'd like to finish our conversation. I want a baby, Peach. And I was kind of hoping it'd be yours.
You wouldn't settle for a puppy?
Stuff you.
Hey, come on. I'm kidding. I'm kidding.
Tick, tick, tick.
It's a big move.
I'm ready.
All right.
You mean it?
Absolutely.
Love you.
I love you too. On one condition.
I don't care. Yes, whatever it is, yes.
That we get married. If we're going to do this, I want to do it properly.
It's very sweet and old-fashioned of you.
Keep that to yourself.
I intend to keep you all to myself.
Oh, God. The very reason I try to discourage fraternisation amongst the troops.
Do you want to tell him, or will I?
When you're looking for a diamond, You have to remember the 4 C's. Cut, clarity, colour, and carrot.
Not to mention cash.
Yes, credit card. Love makes the world go round, and the till go ka-ching.
Can I try this one?
You have a great eye, Senior Constable. The radiant solitaire. A timeless clatty.
What about this one?
Rubbish. I wouldn't sell those to my worst enemy.
It's beautiful.
The ancient Egyptians believed that the vena amoris, the vein of love, ran from the 4th finger of the left hand all the way up to the heart.
Yeah, I know where my heart is. Thank you, Harold.
Of course you do.
What do you think? Is it too expensive?
No, it's wow, it's really beautiful. Oh, whatever makes you happy.
I can't believe we're doing this.
It just doesn't seem fair, does it, Jonesy? The woman gets this beautiful ring, the guy gets nothing.
Well, he does if he plays his cards right. Eh, Grace?
Oh. Are you planning a honeymoon?
I've got to set a date first.
Yeah.
By the way, boss, I've changed my course, so you two have fun. Dangle a cockle for me.
Good on you, thanks.
Oh.
Well, that doesn't sound so good.
I'm sorry, Tom. The bishop contacted me. It's about the Synod conference in Sydney next week.
How many more times are we going to cancel this trip because of your bishop?
He wants me to go as his representative. It's a very great honour.
Not for me, it's not.
Well, I don't know about the rest of you, but I find it hard to celebrate with an empty glass.
Here.
Hey, have you had a chance to find out anything more on Corinne Sharp?
Shouldn't you be thinking about your lovely fiancée?
Oh, don't you worry, I am.
Corinne is a bit of a loner. I spoke to her landlord. She put down her sister as her next of kin on the tenancy application.
Have you spoken to her?
She lives in Rockhampton. I left a message with her husband. She's going to call sometime tomorrow. Have you ever seen anyone looking happier?
It fits. It's perfect.
Hey, what's happened to those celebratory drinks? We're dying of thirst over here.
You okay?
Sorry we're late. Hey, where have you been? I had to get something from the Greasy Spoon.
What problem's at the pub?
Yeah, Chris didn't manage brekkie this morning.
It's not like her.
I know. Visit from the health inspector. She was a bit surprised.
I don't know what she's worried about. No chance of food poisoning if there's no food. Hey, PJ, that report's through from major collisions. Corinne Sharp's car is in perfect working order. There's no mechanical defects.
Joe, Michelle Waters on the phone?
Who?
It's Corinne Sharp's older sister.
Oh, great. Interesting chat with Corinne Sharp's sister from Rocky. They both grew up here, went to Mount Thomas High. And guess who Corinne's Year 10 history teacher was?
What, your charming friend?
Looks like your instincts about Corinne were right.
You planning another hospital visit?
Yeah, she's being discharged this morning, so you want to go and pick her up?
Better you and Suze.
Are you sure?
Yeah. More softly approach.
Okay.
Why didn't you mention that Andrew Peterson was your Year 10 history teacher?
Who?
We're not playing that game anymore, Corinne.
Yeah, and there's no medical evidence to support your claim of blacking out.
So why didn't you tell us that you knew him?
I've already told you that. I can't remember anything.
Not terribly convenient.
Maybe I just didn't recognise him.
Funny, that's exactly what he said about you.
He said what about me?
That he had no idea who you are, never heard of you.
He said that.
You seem surprised.
That bastard.
Are you now admitting that you know him?
All right, I know him. And I deliberately tried to run him down in my car. Let him try and deny that he knows me now.
You had a look at those active LEAP reports yet? LEAP? Everything all right?
Yeah, couldn't be better.
Not having second thoughts, eh?
No, why would I?
I'm only joking.
Sorry, I just didn't get much sleep last night.
It's not easy the second time around.
I didn't make it the first time, remember?
Listen, it's not a betrayal of Maggie's memory to move on. I can't claim to be an expert. I mean, I sometimes think there are 3 people in our marriage.
You, Grace and Nell.
No, Grace, me and the Bishop.
The Holy Trinity.
I'm making a total hash of this. What I think I'm trying to say is, well, you can't expect it to be like the first time.
Do you ever think of Nell?
Every day.
Paige, I think you should hear this. I lied. I didn't black out yesterday. I deliberately tried to run over Andrew Peterson.
All right. So why did you do it?
Because he's a pervert and he deserves to die.
Could you be more specific?
I was 14. He was my teacher. And he should have been looking after me, but he took advantage of me.
How?
How do you think? He had sex with me.
So, how old are you?
20.
You waited 6 years? I mean, well, why didn't you just report this at the time?
I did. I did report it. I even remember who I told.
Who?
That one that got shot. You mean Senior Constable Doyle? Yeah. Maggie, that's what she asked me to call her. I told her the whole story, and she didn't do anything about it.
Who the hell do you think you are? No. Coming in here, telling lies about a dead woman.
They're not lies. I told her everything. She didn't do anything, so it was up to me.
Nothing. Zilch. I've been right through.
Just because it's not on the system doesn't mean it didn't happen.
Maggie would not have neglected such a basic procedure as entering the complaint on LEAP.
We all make mistakes.
We're talking about sexual assault here. She would have been onto it like a shot. Look, would have been on the database. Show me the entry.
Well, why would Corinne Sharp make it up?
Because she's nuts.
We should interview Andrew Peterson.
Where is the evidence?
We can't just ignore the girl's allegation, PJ.
You need to put it to him at the very least.
You don't think it's true, do you?
We're asking you, Mr. Peterson.
Oh, God. I never thought I'd...
Never thought what?
Well, I never thought this sort of thing had happened to me. It's an occupational hazard these days. Well, why do you think out of the blue? I mean, after all this time?
So you deny the allegation?
Yeah, you bet I do.
Thanks.
No worries.
That sounds credible.
I knew you'd take his side.
I'm not taking sides.
You just said he's more credible.
He sounds more credible than Corinne Sharp. I mean, she's not acting rationally.
Maybe she felt let down by everyone, including us, and decided to take things into her own hands.
But why now?
Maybe something triggered it off, brought it all back, I don't know.
Oh, well, not the old suppressed memory thing, Joe.
You're not exactly keeping an open mind on this. We need to find out more about both of them.
S-H-A-R-P-E.
Yeah, no E.
What was the first name again?
Corinne, with an E and 2 N's.
Do you remember it?
I was on leave then. Enter. Oh, something's happening here.
What about Andrew Peterson?
Oh, I was here for his first year and then I took maternity leave. Nothing to do with Andrew, unfortunately.
Bit of a spunk, huh?
It caused a few flutters. He didn't seem to mind, actually, but his wife couldn't handle it. Ex-wife. Now, of course. It must be hard having a popular husband. I don't have that problem myself. Oh, here we are. Corinne Sharp. Gee, she was away a lot in Year 10.
Well, that fits.
Any record of why she was away?
The records aren't that detailed.
Well, how was she academically?
Not too bright. Just scraped through Year 10 and didn't come back for Year 11.
So she had time off school. Maybe it was a bad year for Flo.
Or she was reluctant to face someone who was molesting her. He could be the reason she didn't finish school.
Maybe she just wasn't bright enough.
But what about the ex-wife? Is she worth following up?
What are you going to say? We have an allegation from an ex-student about your ex-husband claiming that he had sex with her. Would you care to comment?
Seems like a perfectly logical avenue of inquiry to me.
Whatever.
Yeah, and Peach, if Corinne did make an allegation to Maggie, she might have noted it in her day books. Do you know where they are? Peach, do you know what happened to Maggie's day books?
Probably in St David's, I don't know.
Oh, check it out.
You're wasting your time. Imperial attempted burg. Chris bailed up offenders in bar. Thomas Hospital unidentified male, DOA. Thomas High discussed welfare issue with student. Very disturbed. Welfare issue. Come on, Mags, was this Corinne Sharp? I'm not doubting you, it's just that your reputation's on the line here. Why don't you put it on leap? Give me something. Clue, anything.
Sorry to interrupt. Sorry, I thought you had someone with you.
Yeah.
Andrew Peterson and Kate Simmons are here. They've had a burg.
Oh, right. Yeah. I'll be right there. So, where was your engagement ring?
In a box on my dressing table.
Well, why weren't you wearing it?
It's a tiny bit small for me. We're going to take it to the jewellers to fix.
It was my grandmother's. It was very valuable. She left it to me in a will.
You signed a forced entry?
No. The latch on the bedroom window's broken. When I got back from shopping, I noticed it was open.
Did you notice anybody outside when you left?
You mean someone might have been watching the house?
I'm not sure I buy it.
Come on. What's a little burg and a theft when she's already tried to run him down?
You're conveniently forgetting that Corinne Sharp may well be the real victim here.
Only in her own mind.
It's not stealing if it belongs to you.
Well, it belongs to Kate Simmons.
Andrew promised it to me. It was his grandmother's ring. He said he'd been waiting for someone as special as me to wear it.
You'll have to come with us, Corinne.
You ready, Kate?
Corinne seemed to know a lot about that ring.
Corinne from school.
Yeah, we better go.
You know her?
She was in my year. She was berserk about you. Then again, so was everybody.
Just your typical student.
Was she the one who tried to run you down?
Yeah, it seems so.
She's been charged with conduct endangering life.
Why didn't you tell me?
Because you'd only worry. And what would be the point of that?
Miss Simmons, so you went to Mount Thomas High too?
Until you're 10. I bought it in Melbourne for the last 2 years.
Kate was my student back then.
I had bands on my teeth. Can you imagine?
Then years later, we met up again, and she's all grown up. Come on.
Was Corinne a friend of yours?
Corinne didn't have any friends.
Bastard thinks he'll shut me up.
Mr. Peterson was reluctant to log a complaint, but it was out of his hands.
Well, you know why? Because he doesn't want me to have my day in court. Go ahead and charge me. Everything he's done will come out, and then maybe he'll do something.
Give it a bone, Corinne.
We're also serving you with this intervention order. You're to stay away from both Andrew Peterson and Kate Simmons, their property and premises. Any breach of this order could result in a jail term.
I'm not the one who should go to jail. He is.
Do you understand? There are serious consequences if you ignore this. Constable Rayner will show you out.
You are all in this together, protecting that pedophile. If he thinks he's getting away with this, watch this space.
You had them the whole time?
Do you know what this sort of allegation can do to someone's reputation? I did not want to start a witch hunt.
But Corinne's not backing away. There has to be some substance to what she's saying.
You won't find anything there.
this. Spoke to CS about sexual assault, no further police action. CS, it has to be Corinne Sharp.
If Maggie didn't take further action, there's nothing to it.
It's pretty clear that Corinne did report it to Maggie. I mean, you can't just pretend this isn't happening.
Can we please, can we just forget about this for the moment?
I can't.
It's been a long day. And I hear what you're saying, but I just want to be with you. Thinking about baby Patrick Joseph.
Baby PJ. What about Emily Georgia Parish Hashem?
Can we negotiate on that one?
I don't know.
What's wrong?
We're lost. We want our mummy. Mummy!
Thanks. Maggie! Dream about you.
Corinne Sharp's got herself a lawyer. They filed a civil suit against the Chief Commissioner and the State of Victoria for failing to follow up on her complaints about Andrew Peterson.
There's no formal record of her complaint.
Very well. Her alleged complaints, which she allegedly reported to Senior Constable Doyle.
Oh, that is crap.
We'll get a chance to put our side, not in quite such colourful language, of course.
How can you take this seriously?
We've got no choice. The lawyer has also taken out an order through Freedom of Information for all records pertaining to the case.
What records? There's nothing on Leap.
That's Maggie's day books.
Well, they're here.
In Page's desk.
You're going to have to hand them over, PJ.
No way, forget it. There's nothing in the day books relating to this allegation. End of story.
That's not for us to decide.
Tom, you know how lawyers twist things around.
Listen, you're not the only one who wants to uphold Maggie's integrity.
I'm the only one who doesn't buy that wacko story.
An allegation's been made, we have to investigate it.
I'm not handing the day books over.
They don't belong to you. They're Victoria Police property.
So be it.
PJ, all you own are the memories.
I don't have the books.
Then where are they?
I don't know.
Then you'd better make damn sure you can blow Corinne Sharp's case out of the water. Talk some sense into him.
You're not handing them in.
They seem to have been mislaid.
What about CS?
Joe, it could be anyone.
Yeah, and it could be Corinne, you know.
Hey, Benny, you got the property book?
Yeah, mate, it's right here.
Ta.
Boss. Hi.
Hi, Ben. Tom, you are looking at a desperate woman.
Should we all leave?
You're my last resort.
That line never works for me, Grace.
Haven't you two clowns got work to do?
Yeah.
The judge for the kindergarten talent quest tomorrow has just come down with chickenpox.
That's bad luck.
I have racked my brains for a replacement.
I'm sure you'll find someone suitable.
Oh, come on. It'll only be for a couple of hours.
I'd love to. But unfortunately, Inspector Falcon Price has demanded my presence in St David's tomorrow afternoon.
When will you be back?
Who knows? But I can't possibly turn down a request from a higher authority, can I?
No. No, of course not. It's your job. I understand completely.
Joe, check this out.
What?
Kate Simmons, where she signed for an engagement ring.
Yes, sir. C-A-T-E.
C.S. Kate Simmons, not Corinne Sharp. We're investigating recent allegations of a sexual assault, which was committed about 6 years ago.
Well, what's this got to do with me? I was only 14, still at school.
Did you ever have a conversation with the Senior Constable Doyle about something that may have happened to you at school?
No. I love school. I wasn't involved in drugs or drinking like the others. I wanted to do well.
Bit of a teacher's pet, eh?
Meaning?
Did you report a sexual assault to Senior Constable Doyle while you were at school?
No.
Did you have sexual relations with Andrew Peterson while you were a student?
No. Why are you asking me this?
Just following a line of inquiry.
How can you accuse innocent people of...
Miss Simmons?
No. No. Satisfied now?
I was so sure I was on the right track with Kate. She was your CS. Mags, why did you have to be so damn cryptic? So did Peterson have sex with both girls?
What?
Oh, just thinking out loud.
Oh, don't expect a Christmas card from Kate Simmons.
She's hiding something.
Only something you don't want to hear to protect Maggie's reputation.
No, to protect our reputation. If Kate is CS, the Corinne story is dead in the water.
You just seem so obsessed because of Maggie.
No, it's because I don't buy Corinne Sharp's story.
Is something happening to us?
Joe, I loved Maggie, but that is all in the past.
I wish I could be so sure.
Look, I've thought about it a lot. About settling down, making a commitment, having kids. And I want to have them with you. And you will make a great mother.
I love you so much.
PJ, I love you. Doesn't get any more boiled.
How do I compete with a ghost, Susie? It's like she's even in bed with us.
You can't erase PJ's memories, Joe, but that's all they are.
And Maggie's perfectly preserved. They're getting more perfect as the years go by.
She's only on his mind because of this Corinne Sharp case.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, maybe I've been looking at this all wrong. Maggie would have taken action if Corinne's allegation gave her grounds, right? So Corinne must be lying.
I loved Andrew and he loved me.
But he didn't even know that you existed.
He couldn't get enough of me.
How did you feel when you discovered that he and Kate Simmons were having an affair?
I don't know what you're talking about.
Well, Kate bragged about it, didn't she?
No.
And you were so jealous that you decided to get back at them by dobbing them into Senior Constable Doyle.
It was me. It should have been me.
But when Senior Constable Doyle questioned Kate, she denied the allegation to protect Andrew. And no further police action could be taken.
Which must have been pretty disappointing for you, Corinne. He's a pedophile. He should be in jail. He's probably still at it. People like that don't change.
When Kate returned to Mount Thomas and got engaged to Andrew, you saw your chance to get back at them.
Oh, why did she have to come back here? I mean, I was doing okay until I saw them together and it just all came flooding back.
What did?
Everything. I was so in love with him and he just looked right through me. Bastard. How could he be so cruel?
How's Corinne Sharp's lawyer? Lawsuit's been dropped.
What about Andrew Peterson? He's a bloody pedophile. Corinne, Kate.
Look, he may have sexually assaulted Kate Simmons when she was a student, but she's hardly likely to make a complaint now.
Doesn't seem right.
He did it once. He's probably done it again.
Until somebody comes forward, there's
Yeah,
nothing...
well, I had him pegged for a sleaze bucket, but I thought Mags here was a bit keen. Joe, I mean Joe.
Mount Thomas Police Constable Rayner. Yeah, no problems. We'll be right there. Shoplifter at the pharmacy.
Parrish, you go. What was that all about?
If it's any consolation, I feel like a total idiot.
Tell that to Joe.
I intend to.
And do you intend to marry her?
Of course.
You do love her. I think she might be expecting just a little bit more than that.
Look, we all expect a bit more than that, but it doesn't always work out that way, does it? Look, I can't pretend to be love's young dream.
No one is asking you to pretend anything, least of all Joe.
Joe will get what she wants. She will be happy. We'll both be happy. What about you and Grace? I mean, you said yourself it was different the second time round.
Different, yes, but just as good. It doesn't sound like you'll be able to say that.
Aftershave, Gemma.
I think we can safely assume it's not for personal use.
What do you have to say for yourself?
I was going to pay for it. You didn't even give me a chance.
Come on, Gemma, you pinched it.
It's for my dad. It's his birthday.
I don't get it. It's not as if you don't get enough pocket money.
Why did you steal the aftershave, Gemma?
It obviously wasn't for your dad.
It was a dare.
Who dared you?
As if I'm going to tell you.
Perhaps you were going to give it to Andrew Peterson.
No, I told you it was a dare.
Your teacher, I mean, what's he got to do with this?
Mr. Adams.
You were buying presents for your teacher.
Mr. Adams, if you don't mind.
Maybe you were so grateful that he saved your life you wanted to repay him.
No.
When were you going to give it to him?
Is there something going on here that I should know about?
Can we have a word, Mr. Adams?
Look, Dad, nothing's going on.
There's no proof that anything improper's going on.
But you think there is, don't you?
Well, it'd help us a lot if you gave us permission to search your daughter's room. Now showing Gemma a book. Do you agree that this was found in your bedroom?
Yes.
Do you agree that this is your diary?
Yes.
And is this your handwriting?
Yes.
Could you please read this section aloud for us?
Andy kissed me on the lips. It was the sweetest...
You're only 14.
What does that matter? I love him.
So now we get the creep.
We'll claim it's all in her imagination.
Well, there's someone who might have a different idea about that. I feel so different now, like a real woman. I never want this feeling to go away. Andy is the only man in the world for me.
What is that?
When I finish school, we'll go away together.
Why are you reading that?
That is Andrew's latest victim, young Gemma Adams.
But it could be you 6 years ago, couldn't it, Kate? Andrew had an affair with you when you were his student, didn't he?
You're not taking the romantic fantasies of a deluded adolescent seriously, are you?
No, but we do take facts very seriously.
Gemma Adams' diary, it makes very interesting reading.
Teenage girls write drivel in their diaries.
Her phone bill is even more interesting.
Do you recognise this phone, Mr. Peterson?
Mobile phones are a dime a dozen these days.
Well, she's got your number in her phone book. Isn't that nice?
Look, I told you before, this sort of thing is an occupational hazard.
Sent you a lot of text messages too, but what's interesting is she kept all your replies.
She's lying. She's setting me up.
And your fiancée, Kate Simmons, has given us a statement detailing your sexual relationship with her starting when she was 14.
We've also had a very interesting conversation with your ex-wife. Seems you didn't come to Mount Thomas for the quiet life, but to escape allegations of an inappropriate relationship with another 14-year-old student.
Something of a pattern is emerging here.
You don't know what it's like. When I started out, I was only a couple of years older than the kids I was teaching.
Oh, come off it, that's hardly the case now.
But these kids are so willing. They're so giving. I'm only human.
Save it to the jury, Mr. Peterson.
Well done, your instinct was right.
Mount Thomas Police Constable.
Yeah, I guess I wasn't sidetracked by another agenda.
Right, do you know who this person is?
I'm sorry about that.
Are you?
Okay, what's the address?
You got a minute?
Thank you, we're on our way. Ben, that was Corinne Sharp's neighbour. She's threatening to jump from the balcony.
Go away or I'll jump.
Let's just discuss this, okay, Corinne?
I'm all talked out. I just want it to end.
Corinne, I know how you feel. Just let me come up.
How would you know how I feel?
Just let me come up and we can talk about this.
All right, just you. Don't come any closer.
Oh, you don't look too comfortable there. Why don't you move away from the edge, eh?
Why? Andrew doesn't love me. I bet you he laughed when he found out how much I love him.
He's not laughing anymore. He's going to jail.
No. Now you'll hate me. I want him to love me like I love him.
Corinne, you can't make someone love you no matter how much you want it.
But I love him.
You will meet someone else.
You telling me I'll feel the same way about someone else?
No, I'm not saying that. I'm saying that everyone has one great love, and we're lucky if it works out. And if it doesn't, we just get on with our life.
Where's your great love now?
Start.
Maggie. Do you still love her?
Yeah. Always will. You see, life is very precious. And just don't chuck it away. Give me your hand.
There for the op shop.
You know they're not.
I do love you, Joe.
Yeah, but not enough. Maggie was the great love of your life, and I never will be.
I was just telling Corinne what she wanted to hear, you know? I just wanted to get her away from the edge.
So you deny it? You should listen to your own advice, Peach. Get over it, get on with your life. You're good at dishing out the advice, but not so good at taking it.
I thought I gave you what you wanted. I thought I gave you what you wanted.
You are not giving me what I want by sleeping beside me and dreaming about Maggie. I have been kidding myself all this time.
Please stay.
You want a hand?
There are some things I can do by myself.
Give me a break.
Don't tempt me.
Just stop making me the bad guy.
Got a hand with that?
Oh, no, we're right.
Yes, thank you. That'd be lovely.
Andrew Peterson, the history teacher.
Joanna Parrish, senior constable.
Oh, what's the lesson today? How to rob a bank? Hotwire a car?
Well, I'm one of the good guys, in case you hadn't noticed.
Yeah, well, you definitely are for me. You get me out of a couple of lessons.
Oh, beautiful.
Mr. Peterson.
Gemma, you're running a little bit late. Still, good timing. There you go. Look at that. You get
Oh,
over
thank
that.
you. Yeah, beautiful. See ya.
Hey!
Oh, look out, look out.
You all right?
You okay?
What happened?
So what do you remember about this morning's incident outside Mount Thomas High School?
Nothing.
Do you know an Andrew Peterson or Gemma Adams? Andrew's a teacher there and Gemma's one of the students.
Sorry.
You must remember something.
I told you I don't.
Well, looked to me that you were deliberately trying to run them over.
Why would I?
You nearly wiped out 3 people, including Senior Constable Parachute.
Someone suddenly stepped out in front of me. That's all I remember. The rest is blank.
Gemma, did you see the car coming?
No.
What about Mr. Peterson? Does he have any enemies that you know?
As if.
No, I'm guessing he's pretty popular then.
He's pretty cool.
Oh, you're lucky he was there.
Tell me about it. He, like, totally saved my life.
What about you? Anyone have any grudges against you?
You think she was after me?
No, we're just checking out possibilities, that's all.
Look, I've never even heard of this car in person before.
Corinne.
Yeah, sorry, I've no idea who she is.
She claims you stepped out in front of her.
Maybe I did step out without looking. I don't know.
Do you have any enemies that you can think of?
Well, I am a teacher, remember? That was a joke. Look, I like to think of myself as a friend to the students, first and foremost.
Well, how long have you been teaching at Mount Thomas?
7 years. I started off in the city, but I prefer the quiet life these days.
Not too quiet today.
No.
Andy, are you okay?
I'm fine, honestly. This is Kate, my fiancée.
Mr. Peterson,
Thirsty.
can I get a lift back to school?
Gemma, I didn't realise you were still here.
Should you be driving?
Well, I drove here, all right?
I'm missing my maths test.
Well, you should be thanking me for that. Poor kid's had a bit of a fright.
He saved my life.
Oh, yeah, I'm a regular hero. I'll get a cape next, won't I? All right, come on then. Thanks for all your help.
See ya.
See ya.
So, what do you make of that?
Nothing to make.
Just an accident?
Yeah, caused by lack of concentration, brake failure, texting on her phone, I don't know.
She put her foot down and headed straight at him.
Well, they don't even know her.
Doesn't mean Corinne doesn't know them.
Just a man. I need you to fill in for me next week.
Are you going away?
Only for a couple of days. Grace has finally got some time off. We can finally make that trip down to the surf club.
Well, I've got that course starting Monday.
Come on, Ben, we've put this trip off 3 times already.
It was deliberate. I mean, her brakes could have failed. Anything.
Any casualties?
Only truth.
The careers display board will never be quite the same again, but no one injured.
So you think it's an attempted hit-run?
Well, I saw her. She headed straight for him. Made no attempt to brake.
What's her explanation?
It says she blacked out.
I think she's just reluctant to talk.
Must be something in the air. I'd like to finish our conversation. I want a baby, Peach. And I was kind of hoping it'd be yours.
You wouldn't settle for a puppy?
Stuffy.
Hey, come on, I'm kidding. I'm